Every time you drive, your engine generates temperatures hot enough to melt aluminum. Without a way to manage that heat, your engine would seize within minutes. The cooling system is what stands between smooth, reliable performance and catastrophic engine failure. When it fails, the results are rarely gentle. Warped cylinder heads, blown gaskets, and repair bills that can run into thousands of dollars. In this video, we're going to follow Coolant on its complete journey through your engine, from the moment it's cold to the moment it reaches full operating temperature. By the end, you'll understand not just what each component does, but why engineers designed it that way. Because the cooling system is far more than just a radiator sitting at the front of your car. It's a precisely balanced network working together to keep your engine at exactly the right temperature, no hotter, no colder. Before we follow that journey step by step, let's get the big picture. 10 main components make this system work. The radiator releases heat from the coolant into the outside air. The water pump keeps coolant circulating continuously. The coolant itself, a mixture of water and antifreeze, absorbs and transports heat. The thermostat acts as a gatekeeper, controlling when coolant flows to the radiator. The radiator fan pulls air through the radiator when the car isn't moving fast enough on its own. Radiator hoses carry coolant between the engine and radiator. Water jackets are the internal passages inside the engine block where coolant absorbs heat directly from combustion. The coolant reservoir stores excess coolant and allows for expansion. The radiator cap seals the system under pressure. And the temperature sensor constantly reports engine temperature back to the car's computer. Now let's follow the coolant's journey, starting the moment you turn the key on a cold morning. When the engine is cold, the thermostat stays closed. This is intentional. The engine needs to warm up quickly for efficient combustion and reduced emissions, so coolant is kept circulating only within the engine block itself, moving through the engine's water jackets that surround the cylinders. The water pump, usually driven by the engine through a belt, although some modern vehicles use electric water pumps, keeps coolant circulating through the system, is already turning, pushing coolant through this small internal loop. Heat builds gradually as the engine works. Once the engine reaches its normal operating temperature, typically between 195 and 220 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 90 to 105 degrees Celsius, the thermostat opens. This is the turning point in the entire cycle. A wax pellet inside the thermostat expands with heat, physically pushing the valve open once the target temperature is reached. Now coolant is allowed to leave the engine block and travel through the radiator hoses toward the radiator itself. Inside the radiator, coolant flows through a maze of thin tubes surrounded by metal fins. The thin tubes maximize contact between the coolant and the metal, while the fins dramatically increase the surface area available for heat transfer. As air passes through these fins, whether from natural airflow while driving or from the electric radiator fan, heat is pulled away from the coolant and released into the atmosphere. Many modern vehicles use electric fans rather than engine-driven fans because they can be controlled independently of engine speed, running only when needed, which improves fuel efficiency and reduces unnecessary load on the engine. Once cooled, the coolant flows back into the engine through the lower radiator hose, ready to absorb heat again. This cycle repeats continuously, thousands of times during a single drive, constantly regulating temperature within a narrow, precise range. A few engineering details make this system more sophisticated than it appears. The entire system is sealed and pressurized, typically between 14 and 16 psi, and this matters more than most people realize. Pressurizing the coolant raises its boiling point well above 212 degrees Fahrenheit, allowing the engine to run hotter and more efficiently without the coolant boiling away. This is also why coolant is never just water. The antifreeze component lowers the freezing point, raises the boiling point, and contains corrosion inhibitors that protect the aluminum and metal components inside the engine. Running plain water alone would leave the system vulnerable to freezing, boiling, and internal rust. The coolant reservoir plays a supporting but essential role here too, absorbing coolant as it expands with heat and returning it as the system cools, preventing pressure spikes and air pockets. Like any system, the cooling system can develop problems. Coolant leaks, often from deteriorated hoses or a failing water pump seal, gradually starve the engine of its cooling capacity. A thermostat stuck closed traps heat inside the engine and causes rapid overheating, while one stuck open prevents the engine from ever reaching proper operating temperature. A failed water pump stops circulation entirely, an immediate and serious problem. A blocked or clogged radiator reduces the system's ability to release heat efficiently. Air trapped in the system creates pockets that block proper coolant flow. And a failed cooling fan means the car may run fine at highway speed but overheat the moment it's stuck in traffic. A properly functioning cooling system must accomplish several things at once. It has to remove excess heat from the engine, maintain a stable operating temperature, prevent both overheating and freezing, protect internal components from corrosion, maintain correct system pressure, and ensure coolant never stops circulating. When all of this works together, the payoff is a more efficient, longer-lasting engine. That's the complete journey of your car's cooling system, from cold start to full operating temperature and back again. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive. And let us know in the comments which system you'd like us to explain next.